Hey guys, this is Mara the Reading Hedgehog with my video review of Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second book in the Grisha trilogy, and it picks up pretty much where Shadow and Bone left off. Alina and Mal are now on the run from the Darkling, and then Alina finds out that the Darkling doesn't only control the darkness now, but he can actually craft creatures out of the darkness, which is like totally unheard of. So she ends up having to go back to Ravka and ally herself with Nikolai, the younger prince, who isn't entirely trustworthy. He has his country's best interest at heart, but not necessarily hers. And then she also finds out that there are two more amplifiers that go along with the staghorns she has, and the only way she can hope to defeat the Darkling is if she finds them. And in her quest to find them, she kind of starts changing, and it threatens her relationship with Mal. I gave this one 4 out of 5 strawberries. I actually did like it better than the first one, but just because of some technicalities, I had to rate it a little lower than the first book. Alina as a character, I still really like her. She actually gets better. She grows in her power. She becomes more confident. She starts doing what is necessary. And she just becomes more commanding and more practical, and yeah, I just really appreciated that. I loved Nikolai. He's really, really awesome. He is hilarious. He's not really all that trustworthy, but I do like him. And he's confident, and just, I really, really love him. And I really hope that him and Alina do not fall in love or like get romantically involved, because I like their relationship the way it is right now, and I just wouldn't want to see either of them ruined by a love triangle. Mal was the reason I actually gave this 1 strawberry less than Shadow and Bone. He is just really obnoxious in this. He becomes jealous and pouty and complaining, and he just takes on the attitude of, screw Ravka, let's just go off and live our lives, and I didn't like that. I was like, you know, you need to save your country, and Alina can do it, so, you know, man up and join her fight. And he couldn't be around Nikolai at all without getting all hissy and manly and, you know, getting jealous and mad, and it kind of made some situations funny when Nikolai would poke at him, but overall it's just like, grow up, Mal. So I got really irritated with him. But apart from him, I actually loved everything else about this book. The Darkling isn't in it much, but when he is, wow, he's so creepy. And I actually don't really know how I feel about him anymore. I like him, but before in the first book I was like, you know, he kind of feels more like an anti-hero. I feel like there's more to him than we're seeing. And I still feel like that for Siege and Storm, but he becomes too creepy to totally feel like an anti-hero. I don't feel as sorry for him. I'm just kind of like, okay, you're creepy. The world building is still amazing in this. I love the world, and the author talks more about some of the other countries outside of Ravka, and that's really awesome. And we meet a bunch of new characters in this that are really cool, some really strong female characters, and we get to know some of the Grisha better that she met in the previous book. They have bigger roles, and yeah, I love this. And another thing I applaud the author for, they spend a lot of time on ship, and the author knows her nautical terms. She knows that rope and line are not interchangeable. She knows what a ditty bag is and rope work, and I just, thank you so much, Leigh Bardugo, for knowing that, because I'm so tired of authors who don't know anything about seafaring stuff, and they insist on writing about it. So, kudos for that. As a sequel, this was really great. I cannot wait to see what happens in the 3rd book. There was lots of character development, lots of really awesome new characters. Mal is still my biggest complaint. I won't be sad if he ever dies. I don't think he will, but I won't be sad if he does. So yeah, other than him, I loved this book, and there were just some really great moments in this. Nikolai has some of the greatest lines. Alina has some really awesome moments where she really shines through and just, you know, shows her strong side and all that. There are also some really creepy moments in this, and yeah, there really isn't anything in it, but there was one scene that kind of almost went somewhere, and I'm still not sure if they did it or almost. I don't know. It was kind of weird, but I mean, there's no details. It doesn't really go anywhere. But yes, I cannot wait for Rise and Run, and if you've read this book, let me know and tell me what you thought about it, and I will see you next time. Bye.